Jivanam Kavihiritam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhurida Jana. The nectar of thy words is the life for those who are scorched by the world. Words which have been uttered by the knowers of the truth, which wipe out sins, the very hearing of which is beneficial, which are beautiful, pleasing to the ear, pleasing to the heart, which are inexhaustible. Those who recount them on earth are the givers of plenty. Om, peace, peace, peace. Good evening. I am happy to be present with the nectar-like verse of Narada's aphorisms on devotion, Narada Bhakti Sutras. So we have been reading, Narada was asking that don't be in the company of the unholy people, bad people, always remain in the company of the holy people. That will help you increase your devotion. So, dussanga sarvada varjaniya. So that was his words. And then, who can experience this divine love for God? Anybody? Anyone? Yes, it is accessible to each and everyone, but certain things are there. One should practice those things. Then only it will come. So he was giving a list. Kastarati mayam yah sangam tvajati yo mahanubhavam sevate nirmamo bhavati. Who crosses the ocean of this delusion? He who discards the company of the unholy, who serves great spiritual persons, who gives up the idea of egotism. So these things, if are present there in the mind of someone, then we can expect that yes, he or she will be able to go beyond all this maya. Mind becomes distracted, attached to the worldly things, and makes us forgetful of God. So we don't feel that intense love for God. What is pure love? We do not know, we do not experience that. So he was giving certain things that, firstly, he who gives up attachment, avoids all contact with sense objects, and controls all one's passions. Secondly, he who serves a great person, holy people, great person of God, as it is said in the Gita, that yes, if you go, tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnana sevaya. If you go and approach a great man will not tell all these secret things, spiritual things, to unholy people, those who are not desirous of, those who are not competent of. So, go with humility, serve the holy people, ask very humbly your desire, what is there in your mind, what you actually want to know, what you want to achieve. Then this holy people will tell you. So this one can go beyond this delusion of Maya, this worldly attachment, and can possess that divine love if he this certain things are there. He who renounces attachment towards sense objects, he who serves great people or men of God, he who gives up the idea of possessiveness, he who resorts to a solitary and holy place, and he who has overcome bondage to the pleasures of the three worlds, he who has become free from the three gunas, he who gives up all idea of acquisition and preservation of the objects of enjoyment, he who gives up the fruits of actions, he who renounces all actions, finally, he who has uninterrupted hankering for God. thinking of God continuously. So if these criteria are fulfilled, then we receive all these things through the grace of God. If one can become like this. So we have to be competent with this kind of virtues and mental state. Saying that, today we begin. Then Naradji is telling Anirvachaniyam Premaswarupam. So Naradji is telling these 10 things, that these are the exercises for receiving that grace. And now about the grace he is telling, this God's grace, this love for God. This Anirvachaniyam Premaswarupam. Anirvachaniyam means beyond description. One cannot describe in sufficient words what it is. That purer than the purest of love for God, intense, completely all-absorbing. That love, if one is grossly engrossed and absorbed in that love, one cannot describe. Beyond description, Anirvachaniyam Premaswarupam. The nature of the supreme love is beyond description. How that supreme love is, you experience it. How the Brahma is, you experience it, and your question will be answered. Experience is the thing. It is beyond description, be it from the point of knowledge about Brahman. What is this Brahman? It is just bliss. It is that existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute knowledge, absolute bliss, absolute existence. That is the only reality. That is Brahman. That is what it is. Other than that, you cannot say. So about this supreme devotion also, Narada is telling, it is beyond any description. The nature of this supreme love is completely beyond of any description. It is only, you can say something, oh, it is wonderful joy, it is some bliss, oh, it is, how can I express? You can say something. How big is the ocean? A person who has never ever seen ocean, how can you tell him how big it is? You can just tell, oh, very big, or how big? How vast is the sky? What is infinite? Can it be described in words? It is only Bojhe Pran Bojhe Jar, whose mind is absorbed in that, he or she only understands, others do not. So, then next he is telling, Mukha Swadanavat. Mukha means a dumb one. If I am dumb, I can eat something. Hey, how do you taste? Do you like it? Is it tasty? How is it? I cannot say, because I am dumb. So if any dumb people see something good, do you like this place? You say something about us, how you enjoyed, how you like to speak. No language. So it is like experience by a dumb person. This mukha asadanavat. It is like the experience of a dumb person. It can be experienced, but it cannot be expressed in words. You can say something, even if you are not dumb. Can we express all our feeling? A mother, if you ask, if you are not a mother, if you ask, how much do you love your son, your daughter, your child? If you ask a loving mother about the child, about the mother's love for a child, and you are not a mother, how much she can say? She says that it is, I love you. I cannot express it. I cannot tell that, how much I love my son, how much I love my child. So, any philosopher will be asking, you tell us how much you love now. If there is a husband and wife, or if there is a couple just newly wedded or newly fallen in love, And how can you expect that if you are not fallen in love, you will not understand how much pool it is, what it is. So a mother knows the concern and the love, the condition of the mind it becomes when one delivers a baby. That mother knows only. So about this is also in the physical level. Just giving to give some examples, worldly examples we are giving. It is million times greater and higher than that. This love for God. It is seen only in the lives of the saints and sages. So we come to a conclusion, seeing the people who love God. Oh, love for God is like that. You describe something, try to describe, but it is undescribable. All your language will be exhausted. You cannot. So, Narada is telling this. This is Anirvachaniyam Prema Swarupam. That supreme love is of the nature of beyond any description. And it is like the experience of a dumb person. Dumb person can experience but cannot tell. So, the true nature of devotion is inexplicable. It defies exact analysis, precise definition and proper description. We cannot find out, analyze and describe at length what this love is, what the contents of this love are. Why can we not do that? It is because this is like the taste of a dumb person. It is like the experience of joy which a dumb person has when he tastes something sweet. He enjoys it but cannot describe it. He feels but cannot give his expression, his feelings, because he is dumb. So this verbal words, language is short of description of this divine, pure love for God. This is wonderful. So, the nature of this divine love, pure love, is like that. When one experiences it, he or she doesn't like to speak even then. Because I am enjoying. Why I will unnecessarily have an interruption, a break in that? So, what to speak of divine love? Mother's love, another mother only understands. It cannot be understood by anybody else. It's a fact. One of our President Maharaj was giving initiation in Birurmot. One young lady, young mother, just had a baby. And I came to take initiation. Many others are also there. So initiation was going on. The baby was kept outside with someone taking care, because babies are babies. You need to keep somebody engaged to taking care of it. So there is a break in between Diksha time, initiation time. And the baby at that time, door is open. Those who want to go for the break can go. Those who want will see it at 5 minutes break. So many people, they don't like to go out. It is a special day. I am having my spiritual initiation. Why I will unnecessarily go to outside? Going outside means having a distraction in the mind. So mostly they sit in. But that baby cried. And this mother, now the door is open, it heard this mother, new mother. And she was trying to go out. And it is a break not for all, break for those who need it. Because old people are there, somebody may feel very thirsty, somebody may feel that to use the restroom. So it is not that everyone, because it is a break, we are school children, it is recess, we will not remain in the classroom. Let us go to the ground and enjoy the time outside. It is not that, it is a spiritual initiation. So the President Maharaj is telling that I enjoyed the attitude of the mother. This father also was there. Father was telling, you see it, I am going out and taking care of the baby. Then she said, no, I will go, you cannot. Then one brahmachari attendant to the President Maharaj, he said, all right, the father goes, you sit here. He said, no Maharaj, you will not understand this. This condition of a mother, when a baby cries, even father is telling that I will take care. You don't need to worry. You remain absorbed in the spiritual matters. All right. Since I have already got up, you sit. I know. So President Maharaj was telling that I enjoyed and I appreciate the attitude of that mother, young mother. Mother's mind is mother's mind. When you have grown that love for God, what it is, you will not, nobody will be able to stop your coming to the centers. If you love God here, or a person, a saint, father, mother, husband, wife, friends, they try to pull him back, but he or she becomes, no, there is a higher attraction, higher pull there. Sri Ramakrishna used to give an example that there is a small magnet and it is a big magnet. What will happen? The small magnet immediately will go towards the big magnet. God is the big magnet. Our mind is small magnet. So, if that feeling is there, then the individuals automatically, their mind goes towards God. And it cannot be described. It is this love for God is a little bit described in the Bhagavata. Described means what these gopis, these milkmaids, they are living in Vrindavan, they used to behave. From their behavior, you can come to a conclusion. It is not that they are telling, we love Sri Krishna so much, we love God so much. It is not that. From their behavior, you can understand. We can come to a conclusion. Oh, intense feeling. They become completely forgetful of their body even. They don't care anything. It is day or night. It's no sleep, no eating, no taking care of the body. Mind is always absorbed for Sri Krishna. When that flute is played, the sound is there, divine sound from Sri Krishna's flute. Oh God, all the gopis will run. Forgetful of the situation, forgetful of the body, forgetful of the road. No body consciousness. They cannot describe what they feel at that time. Only we can come to a conclusion. Oh, intense love for God. Oh, what a feeling, what a pull. People become mad like that. So it is there in the scripture, in the Bhagavata description, those who are considered as icon of this God's love, gopis. That is there in the modern days, in the life of Chaitanya Dev and Sri Ramakrishna also. We find that their mind also used to become completely absorbed in God and God alone. So, this is undescribable and it is something that to be experienced only. Then next one is prakashate kwapi patre. This, Narada is telling, this divine love, this pure love, it is anirvachaniyam prema swarupam mukha asadanavat. And then he is telling prakashate kapi patre. Prakashate, it becomes manifest. It manifests where? In whom? Kwapi, in some patre, container. Container here is people, persons, human beings. This divine prema, para prema, supreme love, para bhakti, it manifests itself in the heart of worthy seekers only. Their heart becomes, that is the place where it is found, where it is experienced. So that is what he is telling. Je prakashate, how can we understand? If it is undescribable, then what is the point of talking all this? No. By seeing this lifestyle this behavior, conduct of this kind of people, completely absorbed in God and God alone, completely unaware of the world around. Family members, mother, fathers, those whom we consider our nearest and dearest and closest ones. We love them, they also love us. But when that sphuran, that opening of that mind, love for God is there, then all this worldly love, worldly pull, worldly attraction for family members, even mother, father, all become husband, wife, son, children. It becomes very, very lower to that, not even comparable. So, prakashate cho kapi patre. So it is manifest. We cannot say about it, but we can see it in the lives of those saintly people, God lovers. And morning or evening we pray, God drunken, God lover, God drunken. As if you have drunk something which is that love of God. You are mad with that. So, yes.
It reminds me of Jesus when he said, love me more than your family. Yes.
So it automatically comes. When that love opens up in somebody's mind, in a devotee's mind, then it becomes like that. They don't feel any pull for anyone, anything in this world. Only one-pointed love for God and God alone. So Jesus said the right thing. Sri Ramakrishna also is telling, he is also telling, our Narada also telling, Chaitanya Dev also said. They cannot control. Gopis also said, we cannot but love God. And without any desire of any return. So, this is visible, this is manifested in the lives of some people who are competent. Prema was described in this section, I repeat again, it is of the nature of love which is beyond description. It is like the taste of a dumb man. He has the taste but cannot express it. This love of God is revealed in one who is competent to receive it and who is fit for receiving this revelation. That is, though it is indescribable, it is not that no one has any experience of it. It is definitely revealed in some person when he or she is competent to receive that revelation. It is there in Upanishads, this Yamavisha Vrinute Teno Labhya. Who can experience that Atman? Then answer is, whoever is chosen by that Atman will know, will experience. So, we have to remain ready, competent to receive the grace of God, to experience that supreme love. Without God's grace, we cannot do this. So if it is God's grace, then I sleep down and I lie down, I don't do anything because it is beyond my capacity. No, God helps those who help themselves. You have to be up and doing. You have to be restless. You have to be feeling that God is not fool, that pearls will not be thrown among the here and there monkeys, in front of monkeys and other things. It will not be scattered there. Those who are wise, they give things who are deserving, who are competent, qualified for that. It is not that. Father, mother will not give the key of the new car to the son who is below 18 or doesn't know driving. Father, mother knows this is poison. We will not give it to anybody. We will not eat, we will not give it. God knows what to give whom, who is competent. So one has to prepare himself or herself with all these virtues, qualities, mental purity, completely one-pointed love. So, through God's grace, we will feel it, we will experience it. So, this is wonderful. This nature of this divine love, it is seen as in the lives of some competent people. So, we cannot say it is not there. Something you are talking, or some imagination, or intense love. What is that intense love? Who can show it? Cannot be, you cannot describe it, you cannot teach it, you cannot show it, you cannot then? No, yes. See the life of gopis, see life of Hanumana, see Sri Chaitanya, see Narada, see Sri Ramakrishna. The votaries of the devotees of God, you see how they lived their life. By seeing that, how they lived their life, how they led their life. Through their conduct you understand how we call, oh, that boy is a mad one, that man is a mad one, that animal is a mad, it is a mad dog. How can you come to, the dog has said that I am mad? By observing, reading its behavior pattern. Doctor knows, we are laymen, we cannot say, oh, what is your disease? Doctors will see eyes here, this here, pulse, immediately will tell, oh, you have this problem. Or they will say, no, it is not that. Signs are there. So, by reading the signs outside expression, you can come to the conclusion that, oh, this man is mad, this is good, this is bad. Whom we call, oh, this man is very calm and quiet. A person is always jumping, do we call him? Oh, very calm and quiet. A person never talks, do we say, oh, he is very talkative? So through our experience, we find that this divine love, supreme love, is manifest through the lives of some chosen people who have got the God's grace. Their life is different one. So, it is not that we are talking of something. Narada is trying to establish his theory that I am not talking something which is impossible. It is not a mirage. It is not something just thinking of a castle in the air, building a castle in the air. It is not that. It is not my fantasy. It is there. See the lives of this Mira. See the lives of devotees. See the lives of gopis. So, it is manifest in the lives of selected people who are competent for that, who do not know anything other than God. So, God's love for God, that appears through the lives of those people. So, then we go to the next one. Guna rahitam, kamana rahitam, pratikshana vardhamanam, avicchinnam, sukshmataram, anubhava rupam. What is the nature of this divine pure love, prema bhakti, supreme love? Guna rahitam, without any attribute. Kamana rahitam, without any desire. Pratikshana vardha manam. Pratikshana, every second, every moment. Vardhamanam, expanding, increasing every moment. Avicchinnam, without any break. Once you have experienced that pure divine love, without your knowing, without any other endeavor from your side, activity, it is increasing. It is all encompassing. It is completely paralyzing your whole being. You do not know how it comes. Once you have experienced that divine love, it pratikshanam, every moment it increases. And it makes you kamana rahitam. There is no desire in it. Guna rahitam, there is no impact of sattva, rajas and tamas in the life of, in the activity of that man. So sattva, rajas, tama will come gradually. So this is Avichinnaman interrupted. Sukshma taram. Sukshma taram. It is subtler than the subtlest. Very subtle. Anubhava rupam. It is undescribable. It is to be experienced only. It is subtlest and innermost experience. It is anubhava rupam. How can we understand? It is one has to experience. The same thing he is expanding, Naradaji. It is one has to experience it. It is mukha ashadanavat, it is dham, and so gradually it can be seen in the lives of some people, especially those who are competent. Now he is telling, if it happens, one becomes gunarahitam. One becomes free of all sattva, raja, tamas, all these attributes. One becomes kamanarita, no desire. Every moment it is increasing. That is why we call, he has become mad. People can become mad for God also. We see mad everywhere for all worldly thing. Sri Ramakrishna says, Naren, people are mad for this money, wealth, for anything in this world. They shed their tears, jug full of tears for their near and dear ones, wife for husband, husband for wife, mother for son, son for mother. Then miserly people for their wealth, their money. But this worldly minded people for anything worldly possession. But who sheds even a drop of tears for God? If you can, then you will understand. So, there is a wonderful description is there that it is to be experienced subtler than the subtlest. It is an unbroken inner experience. What it is, I cannot tell that. One cannot tell that what it is. It is to be experienced. So, these three gunas have their characteristics. Firstly, this sattva, this gunarahitam. Three gunas are there. Sattva. Sattva leads to happiness. That happiness will be the happiness derived from objects or that which comes at one moment and goes the next. We get joy in eating some good food. The moment you gulp in, it has gone down your throat. Taste is in the tongue only. There is no taste anymore. So, this sattva is this feeling of shuk, happiness. But what happiness? Worldly happiness? It comes, it goes. Only that happiness when you get that pure love for God, that is something that clings to your mind, in your mind. It lingers. It doesn't leave. Worldly thing, it comes, it goes. Oh, you have come here, I love you. And then you say, oh, my next flight is there, and you go. Husband, wife, mother, brother. So many families come. Son is there, father, mother is there, daughter-in-law is there. Family, but family, they are living. Why? Money. Daughter-in-law is working there, daughter is working there, son is working there, son-in-law is working there. All separated. Why separated? From mother, father? No. They want to enjoy life. For enjoying life, they need to earn money. For earning money, they are going here and there. For official work purpose, where, here, there. How much labor people do? Any one of us do that labor for seeing God, for experiencing God? How much? Every day, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, sometimes overtime, over duty, doing and doing for some money. What money will give us? Sukha, a little bit. I can enjoy this thing, that thing, good food, good house, good something. We think that this will, we enjoy. But it comes and goes. This is sattva. Sattva gives us the taste of sukha. So that is happiness which is derived from sattva, the first quality. Second attribute, it is guna, second guna, three guna. Sattva, Rajas. What is this? The second quality is Rajas. Rajas engages one in activity, makes one always active. When one has this love of God revealed in him, a bhakta is not like that anymore. A bhakta cannot become anymore a always restless working, active for worldly thing. Active inside, thinking of God, enjoying that taste. But not outwardly active for worldly purpose, worldly thing, worldly enjoyment, anything in the physical level. A bhakta is not like that anymore. When God is revealed in him, he is not of the active temperament. This is because he remains engrossed in that love of God. That engrossment in the love of God makes it impossible for the devotee to be frequently engaged in outward activities. If you see Sri Ramakrishna Dev's life, when Sri Ramakrishna was absorbed in, he was taken out of his responsibility as the pujari, as the priest. He cannot perform anymore the ritualistic puja. Who will do whose puja? Where is the mantra? Where is the book? Who will offer what? I am seeing the living presence of God, then what is my need to utter chanting, oh God, you come, you come. I am seeing you present here. So there is no need of the chanting, oh God, I like to worship you, come. God is already, I am seeing sitting here. If I see you sitting here, will I call, oh, so and so, Mr. X, come? Is there any fool? And there is a divine vision, revelation. Who will do ritualistic? Oh, after that, hey, don't eat. I will give you now from first water, then I will give you flowers, then I will give you incense sticks, I will give you some arati, then I will give you water first, then I will give you dal and rice. I am seeing God is one with me, I am one with God, God is their presence. All these worldly things. What is the need? It is to invoke all these things, just to generate our unmanifest that devotion. Through that we pray to God, oh God, please come, appear. It is already appeared. It is smiling. I don't need to say that, oh, you bless me. It is already blessing. So how can I do ritualistic pujas outside? That is for the lower kind of people who do not have vision, they do this. But who is always absorbed in God, how can he or she do something, formalities, this, that. So this is Rajagunas. That even Sri Ramakrishna could not do any more puja. You don't need to do any more puja. You remain in whatever you like, you do. Chaitanya Dev, he was the teacher of logic and other philosophies and this. And he was a very teacher, sharp-minded, and will call people, hey, come, argue with me, and you are a student of that school, all right, come and argue with me. Come. He will invite people for this logical argumentation and defeat them, and will enjoy that. That was before the desire to know God. But after the God vision, students are coming, he is talking of God only. Students are coming to learn the different philosophies, logic, all these things, schools of philosophy from him. Not his experiences of God. They have come to become logicians. They have come to become pandits. You are a teacher, pandit, so you teach me. Now he is in samadhi. Who teaches what is there in the syllabus, in the book? He is talking about his intoxication of God. Oh God, sometimes entering into ecstatic mood. All these things are not written in the book, in the syllabus. They have come to study. So who will teach? His school was stopped. He was a teacher. So he cannot teach any more worldly things. But he is absorbed in the presence of devotees. Hari Bol, God. Sometimes singing, sometimes dancing, sometimes completely jadavad, completely inert. No movement. Devotees are also enjoying. But not for the students. And you will write exam, what you will write? No syllabus, no question, no book, nothing worldly, it is only God and God. So Chaitanya Dev had to stop his classes, school. Who will come? Which student will come to a school where there is no proper systematic studies? No father, mother also will send their children, children also will not come. If you have gone to a playground for playing football, and if you find that your coach and others always talking and talking something abstract which you don't understand the experience, will you go there anymore? So Sri Ramakrishna could not do puja anymore. Chaitanya Dev could not do this. This is outwardly activities. Rajas make us work, acting. So, if they are completely, grossly engrossed in the love of God, they cannot do outward activities, they cannot engage themselves. Thirdly, inertia, this Sattva, Raja and Tamas. Inertia, quality of Tamas. It is inertia, lethargy, laziness. So, darkness. The devotee has not got inertia. Who is a devotee? He is no more inert, but calm and quiet. So, he is not inert. It is not like being stock and stone, a log, wooden log lying down. Oh, he is very lazy. He is very inert. It is not that. From worldly point of view, those who do not do any work and any lazy, we call lazy. We understand who is lazy, who is very active. But this devotee, when that devotion is aroused in your mind, it is peeping in, it has started germination, it is growing, then you are not that outwardly active, but you are not inert also, like a lazy one, like a tamashika, a person with the quality of tamas. These three qualities are three attributes, sattva, rajas and tamas. So, this is not inert. It is not like being stock and stone. It is an experience which is all absorbing. Inertia means absence of all experience. It is the condition of sleep of the mind. When the mind goes to sleep, that is tamas. But it is a devotee's mind is ever alert in the experience of God. So, devotees' calm and quietness, inertia is not that tamas from the worldly point of view. So he is free from the three gunas, free from all desires too, no desire. He doesn't have any desire for anything because all things are useless for him. His mind is so much engrossed in God that he doesn't feel the need of anything. He is free from the desire for external objects. Even internal desires are also not there. Mentally also, nothing, no desire. We may have internal desire, as for instance the pleasures of the sensations of the mind. Some people may be sitting whose mind is not that pure. Outwardly they are inert. You will be thinking everyone is sitting in this room. No one is shouting, no one is doing anything wrong. But can we say that everyone's meditative condition is the same? All are the same level of meditation? No. Some people's mind is advanced, more pure. Their mind is more. Some people are sitting there but mentally is thinking something else. It happens. But when a real devotee bhakta has experienced that prema bhakti, he or she is no more a devotee like that. They're sitting like this, but in my mind something else is there. I am here, my body is here in the shrine, but mind is outside the shrine. No. In the world, no. So, that will not be there. External objects, so even internal desires are not there. So, the pleasures of the sensations of the mind, those things will not disturb their mind. That also is not required here because the mind is full of love for God and therefore it is not hankering for anything at that time. Other than God, nothing is there in the mind of that devotee who has already experienced that, even an iota of that supreme devotion. And another quality, a very peculiar characteristic of this experience is that it goes on expanding, goes on increasing. Pratikshana vardhamanam. Every moment it is increasing. More, the moment you experience the love for God, more and more you feel, oh God, where you have gone? Why I do not see you? They shed tears like that. Sri Ramakrishna used to cry so profusely, shedding tears that people visiting the Dakshineshwar Kali temple used to tell, oh, perhaps this young man, he has lost his mother, or perhaps many long time he is not seeing his mother, he is crying for his biological mother, or some people used to think, that, oh ma means his mother has passed away. Something he is not seeing mother, so he is feeling very pull, intense pull for his biological mother, that is why he is crying. It's a small child we find, they cry. We have in our school, college, there are hostel. And the small boys, when father, mother leaves them in the hostel, in the or ashram, they also go up to the gate. And when father, mother, they are also shedding a little tears. Children also, no, I will not stay here, I will go. Small children at first when they come to the hostel, 9, 10 years boy, you try to understand, no, what they understand, their career, their academic excellence, they are establishing themselves in the society, earning money, getting qualification. What they understand? They want to remain with father, mother, so they don't like. They start weeping, crying. So this happens. So therefore, this hankering for anything at that time. And another quality is going on expanding, goes on increasing in its intensity, as it were. Its duration, as stated previously, is interminable. No break. Nirabachinna, avichinna, continuously. And it is an ever continuing flow. And not only that, it is ever increasing also. So all these things happen when a person becomes the experiencer of that supreme love and devotee when he is progressing with this higher, subtler qualities of this prema bhakti, his or her life becomes like that. The indescribable is described like this. It is in the nature of an experience. It is devoid of all attributes and free from all characteristics and tendencies to selfish action. It is of the nature of a homogeneous subjective experience. It is subtler than the subtlest, manifesting itself automatically as the result of the fulfillment of certain conditions and expanding every moment. When it is generated, it does not remain static. It is growing extremely dynamic. It is in the sense that it goes on increasing, continuously expanding, continuously. We find it in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, in the life of Sri Chaitanya Dev. Those descriptions are there. Those who are present, they found that, hey, this is Ananda. They are living a life of bliss. And they are dancing, they are talking of God, they are singing the glories of God, they are chanting the mantras. And then sometimes they are entering into samadhi, ecstatic mood. So, and they are busy, active is there, but talking of God only. Thinking of God, talking of God, singing of God, all this, it will come in the next mantra. Every human love is associated with a desire. Here there is no lingering desire. When love for God is generated, it is a one-way traffic. The devotee only wants to give that love to God, never expecting any return. That is the idea. That is the special characteristic of this love. Love for God. You only love means you give me something, I give you. It is returning something, some desire. But here, God, I cannot but love God. I cannot but love. There are people, they worship God for, oh God, give me more money, give me this, I am suffering this, my mother. Not all the desires are bad. See, if my mother is in the hospital, as a son I can go, oh my God, I pray, see that my mother becomes okay, my father becomes so. It is not bad. Worldly people, those who have family, you must be concerned about your husband, wife, son, daughter, father, mother, brother. Otherwise you are heartless people. It is not that. But this is in the worldly level. But when that level is crossed, you have generated special love, spiritual love, divine love, pure love for God, then all these things fall apart automatically. It doesn't go together. Jesus in the Bible, you cannot worship simultaneously God and the mammon. Mammon is the god of wealth, like that, worldly things, desire. God and desire doesn't go together. No desire, no activity other than thinking of God, no thought other than thought of God, no talk other than talk of God. This next mantra is coming that. So, he does not beg, it simply allows his heart to flow towards God uninterruptedly, giving and giving, perennial stream like. And the stream is ever expanding. The more the love flows, the bigger, the stronger, the more expansive it becomes, and the devotee remains immersed in that love. Next mantra is Tat Prapya Tad Evo Avalokayati Tadevo Srinati Tadevo Bhashayati Tadevo Chintayati. Every time, this previous mantra is every time, every moment it is increasing and increasing. And next mantra is telling Tat Prapya Tat Eva Avalokayati. What is the meaning? Tat Prapya, having that, obtaining that premo, that supreme devotion, Tat Eva, that alone, Avalokayati, sees. When that love for God, pure love for God, prema bhakti, is generated in the mind, then one sees, the devotee sees only that. That alone, Srinoti, Tadeva Srinoti, that alone he hears. That alone Bhashayati speaks. Tad evo, that alone Chintayati, thinks. So, when mind is just way of containing, mind is containing, it is having that divine love, pure love, then this mind, what it sees God, it talks of God, it hears of God, it thinks of God, nothing else. So that is the, I told that it happens. After the attainment of that prema or supreme devotion, he sees only that, hears about that alone, speaks of that alone, thinks of that alone. It is that prema. I cannot live without, oh God. Nothing is there in their mind. We cannot describe this love because it is subtler than the subtlest. Nevertheless, it is a positive experience. That is why it is said that it is of the nature of experience, and as such it cannot be ignored, nor can it be said to be non-existent. The very fact that the positive experience of this love of God is in the mind of the devotee precludes us from saying that it does not exist. We understand it is there. Though others may not understand, others may not have the same experience, those who do not have devotion, those who do not believe in God, those who do not believe in the love of God, how they can understand that? A devotee who has got the requisite qualification, that is competence for enshrining prema in the heart, does have it in abundance. That is what is mentioned here. Every moment it goes on increasing. This sutra, it is added that the attainment of love does not make a devotee engage in anything else, so that it is further elaborated. Having attained that love, one sees that love only. It is when one suffers from jaundice, a kind of disease. What is it? Is another name is there. Ace. It begins with H. This is there. Short people take. Hepatitis, a kind of jaundice. When jaundice, everything you see yellow. Eyes become yellow, hands become yellow, you see is yellow. So it is like naval. It is a kind of disease, as it is in the jaundice. Everything you see, it is colored with the yellow color. So the devotee who has generated that love sees, means that love, it is, he attained love, one sees the love, that love only. They cannot think other thing. Oh, our mind is impure. Your mind is that, you are this, you are bad, you are good. Oh, it is good, it is bad. They cannot see other than God's love. They do not talk other than God's love of God. They do not think of other than God and God's love. So mind becomes like that. The sees means the whole of our process of seeing, hearing, etc. All these processes are absorbed in that love only. So the devotee hears that, sees that, speaks of that, thinks of that. There is no scope to think of anything else. The mind is fully absorbed in that and that alone. That divine love only. That is the supreme love described here. So, in brief, it is love which is beyond description. But nevertheless, it is a fact of experience. And the experience is such that one's mind becomes free from all other thoughts. The mind is absorbed completely in that one thought of love of God only. That is what is expressed by saying he hears that, he speaks that, he thinks of that. All this, it is complete absorption in love and love alone, and every moment it increases in volume. The flow is never broken, and it is subtler than the subtlest, and therefore it cannot be described. That is what is mentioned as the characteristic of that supreme love. We stop here. It is something to be experienced, not to be talking, not to be described and making more and more talking. Talking will not make me experiencing that. It is a divine experience. Those who experience, they only know. But we talk of all these things so that we also becomes inspired that it is not something impossible. It is possible. It has been manifested. It has been seen in the lives of those wonderful devotees, votaries of the path of devotion. So we can also, if we strive through the grace of God and through our self-effort, we can also experience this supreme love in our life and make it contented, fulfilled, and satisfied, and full of joy and bliss and whatnot. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Is there any question?
Yeah.
Yes, read it.
Narada is talking about love. However, Sri Ramakrishna said to some devotees, I am happy to give you moksha, but I am hesitant when it comes to love. Why so?
God wants that this divine Leela, this world, universe, He has created it, a divine play of, Leela means play, divine play of God. God is in everything, God is enjoying. As children we are also there. So long you are busy, enjoy this. Mukti dite katur noima, bhakti dite katur hui. Sri Ramakrishna quoted that. There is a song, it is a part of a song, quotation from a song, that I am not afraid of, I am not hesitant to give you liberation. That is compared to this supreme devotion, love, it is very easy. I can give it. But bhakti dite katur hui, I become alert while giving bhakti. Because devotees say, bhakti means you will keep me always engaged, thinking of me. Liberated means you are one with me. So, this is just to glorify devotion, it is said, you see. Supreme devotion and supreme knowledge are not separate. One is that I will maintain a little distance, I will enjoy this divinity. Another one is I am one with that divinity. Enjoyment comes when there is two. I can enjoy the beauty of something, I can enjoy the taste of something, I can enjoy the touch of something, I can enjoy the beauty of something, I can enjoy the hearing of something, some sound. So there is a second one, there is dualism. And Advaita is, I am one with that. Boje pran, boje jar. Who has experienced that? That experience. So, it is just one is glorifying one path of knowledge, another one is glorifying this. Mukti, liberation is lower than that devotion. So, in the path of devotion, this Acharya says that as it were, that God is hesitant to give the supreme devotion, but God can give us easily the supreme knowledge, because supreme knowledge is cheaper than supreme devotion. They think in that way. And people of knowledge will say, bhakti is the desire to know, be absorbed in that ultimate reality is bhakti. They describe bhakti, devotion is that desire to be feeling the oneness with the ultimate reality. They describe bhakti in that way. So, that is the answer. Anything else? No. Thank you. Anything? You can now stop it there. We can talk here. So, good boy. Name is? Raymond.